Welcome to, I don't know, I don't even know what's the title of this podcast, but
I think that's the title.
yeah, I don't even know.
IDEK.
Yeah, IDK. Ano bang title nito? Yeah, welcome to More Than Weights. I'm Hidilyn Diaz. Together with me is my husband and my coach, Coach Julius Naranjo. Sobrang supportive. Right? So, I started this idea na we will do a podcast, a story of an athlete. Most of the time kasi, yung story ng atleta is pinapakita lang kung if they're winning. But they're not showing the story of an athlete during the preparation, after their career, and the people around them. So that's why I want to do this podcast, to discuss about it. Are you in with that, Coach Julius? I want to know also your insights about it. Are you ready for this idea that I had this year? I always have an idea, but sometimes it's just an idea. And the reality is we're not ready. For this first podcast, are you ready for this?
I have no choice.
You have no choice. Yeah. What is your perspective about this idea?
I hope you stick with it, because you like to do a lot of things at once.
Really? I'm not like that. No, but because I see ideas, like I see a lot of ideas of doing this. Not only my story that will inspire other athletes, other people, but it's also the story of the guests that we will invite in this podcast. Yeah. I think we will do it every month. Can we do it?
Our first question. Everybody knows you as an Olympic gold medalist, but who is Hidilyn Diaz outside of weightlifting?
Who I am.
You don't even know who you are.
Yeah, I'm Hidilyn Diaz outside weightlifting. I have 3 dogs. So for mommies.
For mommy.
Mommies. Oh, okay. I'm a fur mommy. Okay. Aside from that. Kasi, ano ba? Napapa-define kasi ako as a weightlifter. I've been in weightlifting for 24 years already. Of course, I'm a wife of Julius Naranjo. Right? I think anak ni Eduardo and Emelita Diaz. I'm from Zamboanga, which not defines me. I'm a student also. I'm military. Pero naging military kasi ako before naging sundalo. Ngayon, I'm a teacher. So yes, I'm a lecturer in UP. But I'm teaching weightlifting. So it's still related with weightlifting. I love to cook, but sometimes in my mind only. But actually, everything about me is surrounding with weightlifting, right? Aside from the dogs, my families, saka taga saan ako. I think so, yeah.
Our second question. What is Coach Julius's life outside of being a coach and husband of Hidilyn Diaz?
Well, there's a lot of things I did before weightlifting. A lot of things that I love doing, working on cars, bikes, filmmaking before. There are a lot of things that I like, especially my creative side, playing instruments. There's a lot of things outside of weightlifting that I wish I can get back into. But there's a lot of me that I've pushed aside for other people's dreams. And it's fine, I guess, because as a coach, your athlete's success is your success. But definitely, I think you know I need to expand past the shadow that's casted upon me, with her, because I think a lot of people only really know me as her husband. A lot of the times we see it, and it's fine, it's okay. But I think a lot of people don't know me outside of weightlifting, and that's also okay, because it's also good to be not known in a sense, because being known also is not really, it's a blessing and a curse. So you can't really, like, in the public light you have to be a certain way. You're defined by how your fans, or how your wife's fans want to see you, and it's hard to be really yourself sometimes. And that's why I think doing the things outside of weightlifting, like riding a motorcycle or driving a car, forking on the car, taking photos during travel, or just traveling solo. Like, that's one thing I really want to start doing again, because that's what really made solo. Yeah, traveling solo. Like, I used to do that a lot, and or with friends. I think that's something that would make me, me, or who I used to be.
Yeah. So one reason why we're doing it, because I want to share the story. Two reason also. Second reason is we want to use all your equipment, and we want to use your creativity. So, like, for me, he's the best person to do this podcast with, right?
Yeah, I literally just woke up and was told, you need to set up your equipment for this podcast. I was like, what are we doing? She doesn't even know.
I said we will start doing podcasts, but again, I don't know what to expect. I don't even know what is the title. It's an idea, then now we're starting doing it. You know me. I'm a person of, like, I just have to do it. And yeah, I'm happy that we're doing things now. We've been planning doing this, like, not podcast, but planning to do content, but it's hard. It's hard to think content. It's hard to do this and that. I'm like, I think podcast is good for us. Do you think?
Yeah, I'm hoping.
I hope so.
The next question is, before and after winning the gold medal, what is the part of your life that the general public didn't see?
After I won gold, what do you think people didn't see?
I think people never really saw what we went through.
After I won, before winning gold, right?
Before and after.
Before and after, yeah.
Like, people only see when you compete. People only see your results.
Yeah.
And they see someone who hasn't won in a while, which we won in Bogota, right? But a lot of people count our losses without even thinking about our winnings and our success.
I think the sacrifice is also.
Yeah.
And it's also like, I just realized that after I won the gold medal in Tokyo, I get so busy with all these things. And then I realized that when I just came back last year, I realized how much time I give to prepare for Tokyo, to prepare for competition. And you really have to commit if you're an athlete. Right? Because it's like my time get divided after I won in Tokyo. And it's really hard to win. Life after Tokyo. I think it's a blessing. Jules, right? We're able to help kids here realize their dream. It's a blessing, right? That we won in Tokyo.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's always a blessing.
It's a blessing naman.
Bakit why there's a naman?
Because a gold medal should bring change.
But change don't happen just right away. Change will happen decade after 20 years, 10 years. That's how it is.
Yeah, but
That's
I think, but you remember this. That's the reality.
Yeah.
That's why.
That's why we're building the HD Weightlifting Academy to teach athletes here, to teach the values that we learn in our journey in Tokyo 2020, right? As an athlete, as a coach, that's what we want to give to the athletes that we teach.
Yeah.
Or we teach doing weightlifting, and I hope we teach them also to do good things in life.
Yeah.
So this is a therapy. Sorry, love. I love you, love. Really, love. You're the, like, when you go in one room, like, you will bring the people here. You will talk. Me, when I come in some places, I will be like this only.
No, when you go into a room, everyone's
Yeah, they're so scared.
like you have some sort of aura, yeah, like maldita kind of aura, yeah, like
No, but you're like this going in, like, hi guys. No. Oh.
no, I'm quiet.
No, you're not that. Dude. I know something this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, you're like
Maybe
that.
when it's with my friends, and in public, I'm just usually in the background.
No, she's like, no. Like, when I go in, they talk to me. I get you. Oh, you talk to Julius, right?
No,
You're the one who's talking for me.
okay.
Yeah. Again, what more than weight? How we will talk about it. More than weight. It's like more than what we're doing.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of things that we're doing.
I think for me, it's like, it's more than weightlifting, not what we're doing right now. Right?
Yeah, because we're now trying to make other people's dreams come true. Other people's futures. We're trying to build other people's futures, and it takes a lot out of you. It drains you, and the hardest part is it's for free. But at the end of the day, the premise is not what we can earn, but it's like what we can do, because weightlifting gave us so much, so much. But it's not, life is not always about taking, and sometimes giving also gets very heavy and hard, because you know that maybe 90% of the times you give, there's not going to be a ROI, as you say. And it's hard to run a grassroots, especially when you give your life to teach these kids the good values inside and outside of the gym. And I think that drains you, because you're like, for most of these kids, I'm like a second father to them, and some of them don't even have fathers. But it's tough, because you're supposed to be professional. You're supposed to not get not get into their personal life, but their personal life gets brought into the gym. And you can't control that, and you deal with their issues and their problems as a teenager. You're going through their teenage life, and a lot of their parents don't even know how to deal with it because they're working hard to put food on the table for their 6 other siblings, or so that's kind of like the tough part, is just being that emotional and physical support for these kids, and you can't even focus on yourself. And it's, for me, it's heavier than the weights that we lift in the gym and we train. It's just, and just trying to sustain the academy, and trying to make it a destination for people abroad to want to visit. It's hard, because how do we raise enough funding to build more, so that we can accommodate more people, or we can give more amenities for guests. Those are a lot of the things that we're thinking about, just aside from our training and our coaching, and doing seminars and doing stuff for Palarong Pambansa, stuff that's like really taking a lot. And that's why, like, when you ask me that question about like what's me outside of weightlifting, it's I guess getting a grip of what little of me I have left, because I've given so much of me. Like I always look at this one post, motivational post for coaches about this one person who's giving a piece of their puzzle to the athlete, and the athlete's full, but the coach is not, because he's given his last piece.
So this is the life of being a coach, right?
It's not easy.
It's not easy. That's why I'm supporting you. I'm supporting you 100%, love. You know that before Tokyo, it's your dream to have the HD Weightlifting Academy. It's just a dream. Remember that? It's like, oh, you want this? And I'm like, I told you, Julius, that's so expensive. That's impossible. But now, look, we have the academy here already. Here in Halahala.
Yeah.
We're here right now in A-frame. And then we just landscaping it and hoping soon we will sustain our place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm supporting your dream. But it's my name, sir. Right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, because of your love of like coaching the kids. Because of the love you have for weightlifting. For me, I love weightlifting, but I love you more.
Cut that. Don't put that in. You know what? We should invite Sir Steven.
So it's okay. Yeah, later. But like
Cut that.
the question you have, right? I just now come into my mind that, oh yeah, what is my life before Tokyo? Oh, it's hard. We train everywhere. We train Taiwan. We train in even China. We train in Malaysia. We get stuck in Malaysia for 19 months before we won the first gold medal in Olympics. And it's during pandemic. Then after that, we had this HD Weightlifting Academy. Then we spread the sports. And weightlifting is in Palarong Pambansa already. Through the help of DepEd, SWP, and PSC. And then now, I'm lecturer in UP. So that's the question. What is your now we're in 2026, right? What is your assessment now with HD Weightlifting Academy?
I think we're definitely going through our growing pains. The academy is, I think we need help. I don't think we can do it alone. Because I cannot manage all of this. I cannot coach and also think about all the other stuff. You know, it's hard because also I have to be there for our athletes who are training from abroad, you know, and it's also nice to also reconnect with friends back in Manila, or, you know, I think that's one thing that I want to get back into also is just take a few days off and just think about like reconnecting with people. So yeah.
For me, during this time, I like you also get tired with the kids. Of course, you have like 34 to 40 athletes here. And sometimes it's like, why they don't understand? But it's like, we have to go back like, oh, they're just 10 to 15 years old, 16 years old kids. And sometimes you have to really keep telling them all these things. But at the end of the day, I just go back to our why we did this, why we do HD Weightlifting Academy, and then why we're doing this also. I have 2 reasons already. But this is the 3rd reason. I hope we will get more inspired to keep showing up, keep giving stories, sharing your stories, sharing life after sports also.
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, that's great. Yeah. I seem so serious, but
Yeah, you're so.
I'm really
I
not.
don't know why.
But in the podcast, I'm serious. So I don't know why.
I don't know why. I don't know what my face in the podcast, if I'm good or.
Probably
Yeah.
should be.
It's a little bit serious. So yeah.
Yeah. At least for me, like, I guess I'm serious because these topics are very, like, these topics are deep, you know.
Really?
These topics, yeah, because for me, when it comes to coaching, of course,
Yeah, but for me, it's like I want to inspire others. That's why if it is so deep, we want it like more inspiring. But I want you to know so that it's not only inspiring, but telling them the reality.
but also being deep is important
Yeah, of course.
because you know, like, we don't want everyone to think that anyone can just do this.
Yeah,
You know,
It's
it's
true.
like, to be honest, anyone can do this, but like, you have to be willing to do it. You have to be willing to really sacrifice a lot of yourself. You have to be selfless to do this. And honestly, it's not a lot of people can be selfless, and that's the hardest part. And honestly, I'm human. I also, you know, get tired. I also get tired of giving people so much of me, so much of my time, just for them to know that they will fumble it. They will make a mistake anyways because they're teenagers or they're kids. Or you have adults who come in here who don't have the maturity of an athlete, who end up just not understanding what needs to be done, right? But also to also have some fun, you know. The process really takes a lot of trust, takes a lot of you know, seriousness, but also time to even just enjoy it. You have to enjoy it, whether you keep missing your lifts and you keep making mistakes in your life. You still have, I mean, I've made so many mistakes in my life. That you know, I still do, even though I may have, you know, somewhat become successful. I still make a lot of mistakes because, you know, I'm human. You know, I grew up definitely different, more different than her. And, you know, like, I did grow up privileged in a way, but that's why I want to give back, because you know, a lot of the kids I work with, they don't have this opportunity to, you know, experience what I've experienced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I have one more question.
What?
You have different athletes from different countries. What is your approach with different athletes you have?
Well, I think like we create a standard in the academy.
Yeah.
There's a standard, but we make adaptations depending on how these athletes grew up, or how these athletes are, what these athletes are used to. But it always comes down to communication. If an athlete doesn't like a certain thing, a cue that I give, or doesn't like a certain part of the program, it must be communicated, because obviously, you know, I cannot adjust the program or make changes if, you know, I don't understand the person.
Yeah. It's also like as a coach, you really need the communication.
Yeah, you need communication skills.
Yeah. But it's also you need to know what to expect in your part as a coach and her or his part as an athlete, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So goal is really important.
Yeah. We need to have goals, and we need to be able to try and reach them.
Yeah.
But it's also okay if you don't reach your goals, because goals are meant to be there for a reason, and it's meant to give you the motivation. But it's also okay if you don't make it. Like, there are certain people who are so hard on themselves if they don't reach their goals. Like, there's so many goals I've made I never met, but I had the intention to try, and if I failed, I failed, you know. But it was just so that, like, before I moved to the Philippines, right, like, it was like she was even like, why are you here?
Oh wait, what?
'Cause she told me, like, why don't you move to the Philippines? Because I was having some issues at work, and like, I was not happy anymore. Like, I was doing my dream job, like, you know, filmmaking and stuff like that. It was a job, and it you know, when I started it was a passion. It's something I love to do, filmmaking, making videos. And when it became a job, it changed, you know. And you work with different types of people, and some people you just don't, you know, vibe with. And like, it was starting to become like that. And eventually, like, I was like, I have a degree in sports science, strength and conditioning. Um, why don't I like take this chance, make this leap? I was 26, 27 years old. And I was like, I have one more chance to mess up. So I was like, let's give it a go. Then everything happened. COVID happened. This is in 2018. We were going through so much in 2018, 2019. It seemed like every year something bad was happening.
But before that, 2018, we do a documentary, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So there's where your creativity, then the story about weightlifting, and then you move here in Philippines. That for me, it's like, it's a wrong move. But eventually became a good move.
The second to the last question is, what made you choose pursuing the things that you are doing right now, and what keeps you going?
HD Academy's been there since before Olympics. But teaching, it was given to me an opportunity after I won in Olympics. Then now, after kasi I did not qualify and sa Paris Olympics, I was but I was so lost. I know some of athletes are like that also. They don't know what to do after their athletic career. You have to always ask him. And at the end of the day, I asked myself, ano bang binigay na gift sa akin ni God? And I realized my gift is to inspire. And to give also direction, like opportunities to the athletes. That's why I still kept doing weightlifting to inspire athletes sa baba. And then opening doors also for the young athletes to realize their dream together with my husband, of course. And then sa UP, I think for me it's a new learning to teach, to learn how to do the syllabus and to be surrounded also sa mga taga-UP. When you have people around you na supporting you and very mga smart people, so you baka maging matalino din ako, no? But it's so more on like why I'm there. I was hoping na weightlifting will be part of UAP and NCAA. And then if ever na nagtuturo na ako, I hope this whatever I do, course syllabus will multiply. Whoever my athletes or students sa UP, I hope they will multiply. Then that's my goal. And also, of course, I'm like, sa isang klase, I have 25 to 27 students. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, but I hope na kung magturo man ako, may bibigyan ako sa student na sana mapamahal sila sa sports na mahal ko. At sana mas marami pang makakaintindi kung anong weightlifting. That's why I'm there.
The last question for this episode, what advice can you give to athletes who feel like they let the opportunities slip away, or they are already past their prime?
If an athlete is already thinking that they won't find success or they're past their prime, or I think it really comes down to like sitting down and telling them like, look, there's so many times where I told myself I couldn't do it. So many times that I've wanted to just give up. And maybe I needed to accept it. And honestly, like, because people still ask me, like, why do you still train? Like, I mean, I have so many injuries right now. So many times where the kids really ruin my mood to train, because I like when they bring their issues into the gym and I feel their emotion and the mood, like, honestly, it really gets a lot out of my training. And there's so many times in training where I just lose my mood because I have to deal with their useless drama. And honestly, it's not useless because they're teenagers. They don't know how to feel and how to have conflict resolution. But anyways, it's like sometimes I end up being a counselor more than their coach, or I end up being like, like conflict resolution, and it's like it drains you because you're like, I mean, fortunately, I took higher level psychology courses during my time in college, so it really helped me a lot with like mental preparation for athletes. Like, I'm not a psychologist, but I did consider double majoring on it because I love the way I have ADHD. I'm diagnosed with ADHD, so I love the way the mind works, and yeah, I'm neurodivergent. So yeah, but see, the thing about being neurodivergent is just everything gets amplified. So sometimes I can have a manic phase of depression. I have literal anxiety. I have, all my emotions get very heightened. So like a lot of people say, oh, you're so emotional. I'm like, well, obviously I can't control that. It's just how my mind works, my brain works. But I think it's beneficial for me as a coach because when I'm very passionate about it, I end up being very good at it. So, and then also understanding and working with my athletes. That's kind of like the difference, because a coach is not just someone who enforces a program and for you to do it and tells you to do everything. Like, we're supposed to empower the athlete. We're supposed to, find ways to adapt to them, because this this new generation, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, Gen Beta, like, we're gonna deal with this changing generation that are very, like, they don't have resilience. Like, they don't know how to get past a lot of these issues because of the usage of phones. And it's very challenging as a coach now because we have to be able to understand that these kids will not know how to deal with problems because of the problem of cell phone usage and social media, doom scrolling. Like, I deal with so much of these kids' inability to overcome their emotional issues and problems, and it's really tough because it really puts a lot of weight on me emotionally, because it's like I know the answer to it and I'm explaining how to solve the answer, but they don't want to solve the problem. They just still want to be kids, or they just still want to do what they do, and then they just don't have that awareness of how much people work to make them better for their future. Because I don't benefit from them, but actually I do, but a part of me doesn't, because it's like, it's so much work just to be able to be understanding. And I could be like a traditional coach where I don't care. Okay, you don't train, okay, whatever. If you don't perform, that's on you.
That's me.
That's her. She's
Yeah,
that
that's
side
me.
of it. I'm more of the.
But I still get stressed. But for me, it's like some athletes, like, there are some athletes na they have the talent, but the problem is like they don't see that sports is not always talent. When your time passed, what will happen? It's like you will regret. But as a person, what will I say? What will I, what is the advice that I'm going to say to the kids?
I think for me, it's like, it's because we're also preparing the kids. Like, if they don't end up becoming national team, like, that's why we're trying our best to get the weightlifting in NCAA and UAAP, basically, because we're giving the kids an opportunity to have a scholarship, an opportunity to study. Even like, that's why even most of our kids, like, if they don't want to go to school, then we don't accept them. Because education is a big part of the requirement if you want to be at the academy.
Yeah, because if you don't excel in sports, you have the fallback. At least you graduate in schools, right? That's what we're trying to do now. Like, I hope we do some, like, give them opportunity to see other things aside from sports. Because
I never had that.
Because the reality, you won't be an athlete forever. And the reality, I'm almost there, is I'm retiring. That's the reality, and that's what we want to see also. The athletes, like the reality there, that they won't be strong.
They won't be strong if they don't put in the work.
Yeah, but
That's
they
the
won't
reality
be
that we
strong.
need to see
But they won't be strong
forever.
forever. The opportunity won't be there forever.
Yeah.
So when the time passed by, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say with the athletes, with the kids, or it's for me, I will like, it's sayang, sayang. It's like I get regret. Maybe I did not do anything, right? But at the end of the day, it's like we did our best. We guide them. And some athletes also, maybe if they're listening now, they don't know what to do after their career. If some athletes, they don't know what to do, my advice is, I hope you're continue studying. Like, nag-aral ka, nagkapagtapos ka ng pag-aaral, at least may fallback ka, makapagtrabaho ka sa iba't ibang company, or use your experience as an athlete. I hope you have the network. Kasi at the end of the day, kailangan din ng sinong kakilala mo, at sana yung natutunan mo sa pagiging atleta na goal-oriented, ma-apply mo rin outside sa career mo as an athlete. And then see other things. It's not only this. Life is not only sports. It's not only winning. You can go out and look for a lot of opportunities outside. Yeah. You can be a teacher. You can be a soldier. You can be a doctor. Whoever you want to be. And
I think it's more of just preparing them and showing them that if you want to achieve something, whether it be weightlifting or not weightlifting, you still have to work hard. You still have to do your best, because not all of us are given a silver spoon.
yeah.
Like, and that's what we're preparing the kids who go to the academy or people who train here. Like, we always try to set them down straight on what the reality is, and that reality is, like, it's never gonna come easy. Like,
Yeah.
so,
Life is not easy.
like winning the Olympics was not easy, especially when we went through what we went through in 2019. Yeah, that was tough. And then, like, having to be stuck in a country. But honestly, man, nobody talks about it, but Malaysia was really a big reason why we won in the Olympics. Like, man, Sir Janius, all of our friends there, like, they were the people who really were our rock when we felt I felt a little deserted when we were there. Like, we felt alone, but we pushed on, and it was a blessing for me because I really got to work my craft, and I was able to formulate the winning formula.
Yeah.
Right? I was able to curate, and we even had our own grassroots there. And Shasha now, we have an athlete that we had an athlete that we started from scratch. He was now a national team for Malaysia, and it's like, wow, And going back to when an athlete feels their time is over, it's like we always say, like, look, it's not really over. Nothing's really over. Like, what you've been through, what you've experienced, like, and if you've actually worked really hard for your goals, you could pass that on, So technically, it's really not over. It's really just more like maybe you have to pass the torch. Maybe it's time that you empower other people and inspire them with with your experience. I've come to terms with my athletic future when I found out I have a legally broken back. Like, I knew already that I wasn't going to be able to compete internationally, be a strong athlete, because that's what a lot of people judge me by. Like, oh, he's not a good coach because he's not strong. It's like, not all of us have the opportunity to get strong or have a good program. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to change. It's kind of, yeah.
They don't know.
They don't know me, that's why.
Not only they don't know you, but it's also like not all Olympian gold medalists can be a coach. Because it takes a lot of you to be a coach.
And most athletes are selfish. Let's be honest here. Most athletes are selfish. They don't care about others. They just care about themselves.
Of course, they want to win.
They just care about their success.
No, we care about our country.
Not all. Some people just care about the money.
No. People see it in a positive way.
I'm just being realistic.
But it's like,
Okay, there's a difference between being positive and being delusional, okay?
No, but you know, you want to inspire. But again.
No, but the reality is most athletes are selfish and they're not willing to give back because they don't understand the value in
Some of the athletes. You're saying elite athlete. Of course, elite athlete is,
like yung mga athletes in the upper stage.
of course,
Like people like
but there's a-
Michael Phelps.
Okay. And also me.
Yeah, hell. Siyempre.
No, but because it's like, there's different athletes, right? Grassroots. And then the junior.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the
Like-
upper echelon
Yeah,
of athletes.
of course. But you said most. So I'm like, oh, maybe most of the athletes.
Okay, sorry. Most elite athletes.
Oh, there you go. I don't want to get bashed.
Well,
No. It's like,
people are gonna bash me no matter what.
of course.
People bash me no matter what. Doesn't matter.
No, that's it.
You're used to it already.
That's it.
Yeah, when when you don't, you think I don't read the comments?
I don't.
When you don't win or when you don't succeed, you know what they say? It's because you're married.
Oh, sorry. So this is more than weight.
More than weights, guys, were all the chismis and drama.
An additional question. People are curious. Were you invited to participate in Netflix's Physical Asia?
Yeah, she got invited.
Yeah.
She got invited, but
Yes, I got invited in Physical Asia, but I know I won't survive because I won't survive the challenge and baka ibabash nyo kami. Ibabash nyo ako. Kasi ang muscle ko is not for, my muscle building, right?
yeah.
Can you explain scientifically? So, Coach Jules,
No, it's because she's one-dimensional. She's not an athlete that, like, she tried other sports and her specialty really is weightlifting. So she's not really a multi-athletic athlete. She's a elite weightlifter. Not to say that most elite weightlifters are not athletes, but they, that's why I was able to find successes because I was able to make her more athletic. That was my goal because it's harder to make an elite athlete even better. So how do I do it? And that's one of the ways that I was able to make her more successful and stronger. And man, when she was in her peak as a 58, she hit some big numbers. But, again, it's really, at her age, the older athletes, it's more the mental part than the physical. Because if mentally she's not, like even me, we're the same age, but like when I'm mentally like not okay, I cannot train. Like I cannot train and then all these injuries start to show up and that's what I'm dealing with now.
no, but the question is the Physical Asia.
Yeah, the physical Asia, like honestly, I don't think she'll survive. And I don't want us to get bashed more than me already.
My number one basher.
Yeah.
Because really, that's the reality.
Yeah, if it's, I mean, I didn't say no, to be honest. If you physical Asia people who've been trying to contact us, like if you want to know, it's also because we're really busy. We have Palarong Pambansa, we have all these things, and I don't want to go in to physical Asia and then we can't commit. That's the last thing we want, like look at Ninong Manny. He was there and then he had to leave because he had the Barrios fight, right? He had to train for that. So I didn't want her to say yes to something and then we can't commit all the way because I'd feel bad, for us to commit to something we cannot commit to.
But I think it's a hard challenge there. I try to understand, but I'm like, oh, I cannot do the hurdles. I cannot do the other things there. Then the running, and then I just saw it. Then the fight.
The physical stuff, oh my gosh.
Yeah, so sorry.
I don't think she will
I
handle
don't
that.
think so I can do it. If you train me, if I would train to jiu-jitsu or wrestling training, maybe. But I'm still, I think no.
But to be honest though, we had a greater
Purpose.
that we really had to do the Palarong Pambansa.
Yeah, we have to do our
Grassroots.
So guys, that's it. Ito ang first episode namin. I hope na-enjoy nyo ang first episode namin na hindi namin alam kung saan mapupunta ang kwento namin. Pero alam na namin ang title. More Than Weight. Tama ba? Tama ba? Together with me is my coach and husband, Coach Julius Narano. And I am Hidilyn Diaz.
Thank you.
Thank you.